Welcome back. This is Empower. We focus on people and workplace. And we're discussing, John, about this behavior that influences decisions in finance. Yeah?
Yes.
Why is it so important to be concerned about behavior that you have to concentrate on it as an investment manager?
Yeah. I'll tell you something.
Yes.
Choices have consequences. And you can only choose an action.
Yeah.
An action chooses the consequences for you.
Oh,
you cannot choose the consequences
you don't
for
choose
yourself.
Consequences. You're right.
So if we don't treat the choice, we may not be able to treat the consequence.
Yes.
If, for example, I have to achieve my financial goals,
yes,
then I have to ask, figure out what are some of the things that I need to start doing. Do I probably need to make sacrifices here and there?
Yes.
Do I need to seek help from a professional? Do I need to understand what are some of the avenues that I need to invest in?
Yes.
So it is that understanding of, why is it that I am doing this, that I go back to what are the enablers of me achieving that financial goal.
Yes.
That's why behavior is very, very important. Behind every purchase is a psychological trigger.
Yes.
Behind every association, like in peer groups, things like those ones,
yes,
there are psychological triggers to that. And for us now to be able to help or to be able to say, we are sitting down with Beatrice, can we draw down, can we draw your financial goals for the next 10 years?
Yes.
There are things you will have to part with, there are things you will have to do differently, and that will come, most of them will come to behavior.
Wow. And most of the time, maybe I'm not ready to leave.
Exactly. Exactly. Sometimes
yes,
we want to be Eliud Kipchoge.
Yes.
But we don't want to go to the training that he does when we can't see him. We just want to see you win.
And win, yes.
But now what goes behind the scene is even more. So that's now what we treat.
Yes.
These sacrifices, these behaviors,
yes,
these changes, these habits, this, change of mind. That's now what we treat.
Wow.
That's now what we address. That's now what we discuss. And most of the time, you know what, Beatrice? Most of the time, people know what they are ailing from. You sit down with someone and tell you, I think I overspend on entertainment.
On this, yes.
But now the choice of, can you now cut down on that so that now you're able to achieve one or two things?
Yes.
Now that's where now we need to tighten so that you can be able to achieve that goal you have.
Doesn't mean maybe what comes to mind is it that we don't know. Most of the time, maybe we are not aware. And that is why we make some decisions that are not really right.
Yes, sir.
Or maybe they take us to some other directions.
Yeah.
Maybe we are not aware. And you see the way you're explaining it, unless you explain that to me.
Very true. Very, very true.
For me, I'll be buying and thinking, I just need
it's
an
just
address.
Life.
La la la, yes.
Exactly.
Later when I do my maths, it's when I realize, I went to town, I spent 10,000. How?
How was that? Exactly. And the way you are saying is that sometimes people are not aware. And the reason why you're not aware is because in the first place, there was no goal.
Oh, yeah.
There is no guiding goal. Because when there is no goal,
yes,
even if you are moving fast, speed is not an advantage where a goal is not there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you will just be moving and cover a lot of distance.
But
in the end, where are you going?
I'm just tired.
You are just tired. You are exhausted.
Yes.
You are broke. But what did you achieve with it? So that's where now you are saying that sometimes people are not aware. And that's why, as I mentioned, we go back to, for example, when you're getting your first job or where you are working at right now.
Yes.
What are your goals? And are you committed to those goals? Can you prove commitment? Because proof of commitment, sometimes it's sacrifices.
Yeah.
It's, I am doing 1, 2, and 3 things.
Yes.
Like any other goal, there has to be, I am doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
yes,
for me to get there. Yes.
Wow. Now, when I think about employees, and most of the time, like when we start working, you may not be having so much. Okay. That is according to your own assessment.
True.
And some of the excuses that we have for not investing or having those financial goals and following on them is because maybe I say this money is not enough. So are there options that can favor any caliber of staff when it matters of investment?
Now, let me start by saying this.
Yes.
Investments and savings are not a function of how much you have.
Oh.
Because even the Bible says, the one who can be trusted with little will be trusted with much. The same way you cannot plan for the little that you have.
Yes.
Even if you have much, you will not be able to plan for it. Because what happens, people expand standards of living as they climb up the ladder.
Yes.
So now you move from a bed sitter to a two-bedroom in a nice house.
Because my pay has
gone up. So instead of adjusting your goals to fit within your earning capabilities, so there is no day you will have enough money to invest. There is no day you will have enough money to save. So I always say that you can start, and you need to start right from where you are, because there are options out there for everyone at any given level.
Wow.
Yes. For instance, when we are talking about savings and options for someone to be able to save, there are probably things like money markets in the market. And some of them have very little minimums.
Yes,
you can start from very low.
Yeah.
So you can't say I'm waiting until I get a certain
I get 50,000 as central bank.
Yeah, that is not, exactly, that is not in use.
Yes.
Sometimes now what we come in to tell you is what are now those options. Yeah, because sometimes you're too busy with your work, you probably don't know them. So we come and tell you, you can do this, you can do this. There are these options for you.
Yes.
They can fit in your financial budgets right now, and you grow up the ladder. So right where you are, there you can start there.
Oh, yeah, because I know the challenges we face, especially young people in the workplace.
Yeah.
We are even towards the end of the month, we have nothing. And whether you just set aside 1,000, or you didn't set aside, you still not be having the 1,000.
Exactly.
So the best thing is just to decide and start somewhere.
Exactly, because you are better off not having money, but knowing that you have secured your tomorrow.
Yes.
Because you made that a little sacrifice. So if you don't have money right now, and you put it somewhere in a circle, somewhere in a money market, then you're not the same thing as someone who doesn't have because they ate everything.
Yes. Now, other than just feeling like I have very little money, what are other reasons that make people not actually even invest?
One is actually thinking that I need to get to a certain level for me to be able to start investing. So they are waiting. And that day never comes.
Yes.
It never comes because bills grow.
My lifestyle, the house, the school.
Friends. You even change your friends.
The place where I go.
Exactly. Some people even change churches.
Yes.
I mean, associations and all that.
Yes.
So you find that you want to keep up. I am earning this, so this is how people who earn this live. So the fact that you are waiting for a day that is not coming is a reason enough for you not to start from where you are. Sometimes it's because people don't know options.
Yes, they don't know
people
options,
are so busy with their careers.
Yes.
And sometimes it will take someone who is a professional in that field to come and tell you, oh, Beatrice, by the way, you can put in something in the money market. Beatrice, by the way, you can put in something in a treasury bill. There is a bond coming.
Yes.
Nowadays, you can actually be able to invest in things like Euro bonds. There are many options. So number two is because people don't know that there are these options. Number three, people have lost money previously.
Yes,
been
true.
Scammed, right, left, and center. So the fear of, will I put in my money there and lose all of it? I think I am better off eating it.
Yes.
Yeah. So sometimes because of that. But of course, what I normally say that everything that has a fake has a genuine. So it's only now looking at what are the genuine. So you look at for a professional, because imagine if today you needed medical assistance, and there was one surgeon and a guy who has done first aid. You definitely can't go to someone who has done first aid. He will go to a surgeon. It's the same thing. You go to a professional, and the thing is, the professional may charge you.
Yeah, that is it.
Yeah, so be again willing to sit down, learn, be guided by someone probably who has done that.
It's quite interesting. Someone was telling me, a very young man, he was telling me, we were talking about saving, and he actually brought for me a clip to show me someone who was saying, if you save $1 million, then you die. Where that money goes? So take care of yourself now. So So he's justifying the reason
why you should eat all the money.
Yes, because you don't know the tomorrow.
Yeah,
you don't know tomorrow will I be there? You know, such reasons.
Sure.
And it's very interesting.
Very interesting, and especially it's very common with young people.
Yes.
They only use YOLO. You only live once.
Yes, you live now.
But you know what? Even the Bible says that to man belongs plans. So if you're not planning, you're not doing what man should do. And planning is all around, financially, career. I mean, it's basically inherent in you to plan.
Yes.
Number two, if you eat the seed today, what will you eat tomorrow? If you eat the seed today, then definitely tomorrow you go to God and God will tell you, I gave you the seed. Where did you take it?
Yes.
So you need to know what is for bread and what is for seed, what is for eating and what is for planting.
You're right.
Because as much as we are living today and tomorrow we may not be very sure. Doesn't even the Bible say a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children?
Yes.
So what are you leaving for a story that you...
So even if I'm not there, someone else
can benefit. Exactly.
But it's quite unfortunate that those are things that people are circulating and actually speaking about.
Unfortunately,
that you don't need to.
Yeah, true. These are things that you listen to, but you filter.
Yeah,
you decide, this is not mine. I have a legacy to leave.
Yes.
I have tomorrow. I have to plan.
Yes.
So that what I am planting today, I will eat tomorrow. And even if I'll not be there, there will be dependence or people will eat from that.
You're right. Yeah. Now, other than being a salesperson and a person that loves to interact with people. If I want to do investment or to be in the investment industry, what should I do as a young person, maybe who's aspiring to be like you? What would I do?
So number one is definitely you need the prerequisite training because for you to be a professional, you definitely have to have the background. The academic background in any profession. So assuming someone wants to come into the space we are in, they would need to have that background training in tertiary levels of education. Then when you're looking for a job, you look for a job or you get a job in that field so that you can have the experience. Because some of the things that we train on are as a result of experience. We have seen what's happening. Or you have interacted with a certain group of people. So you need the background, you need the experience, and it's not very difficult. Nowadays you can even go online. You know, there are many things that you can learn from genuine online platforms where you can teach yourself some of these things. Yes.
Wow, amazing. I know we're almost closing the program. Someone has been listening to you and they're wanting now this young man. He's just talking and looking like it's so easy. What did you tell them before you close the program?
Let me close by saying this, that as I mentioned, there is no perfect time for you to start investing. There is no perfect time for you to start planning. You need to start right where you are with the little that you have. Don't wait until you have a lot because it might not come. And that a lot will come as a result of planning. So start right where you are. You look for a professional who is in that field to help you understand what are the options for you there. And investments and savings are budgeted for. Most of the time we save or invest what remains. It should be the other way around. You should plan for it just like you plan for your expenses so that now you can have that discipline, that commitment to be able to do this every day. So right from where you are, you can get started.
Amazing. Thank you so much, John. You know, I wish we could just do it, as you say, and start today.
Sure.
Challenge us to go tonight and try and see, you know.
Yeah,
and I love the aspect of budgeting for it. Because most of the time it's like you've taken care of all other expenses. Now, imebaki. So let me put this.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, thank you so much. It was great to interact with you. Looking forward to see you again.
My pleasure.
I believe you learned. And wherever you are, you're running your own business, you're employed, you're an employer, please tonight, can you just spare some time and just look at what you can invest? It is quite important. My name is Beatrice Chuchu. God bless you. See you next week.